Welcome back everybody, AnimeScale here, and this time around we will be scaling the best 10 water style users in the Naruto-verse. Take note that this video doesn't factor in other forms of the strength of the characters. We will wholly focus on how good these characters are with the water release technique. As always, to make it a more interesting list, Otsutsukis and characters with 6 paths chakra are not included. But before starting off with the list, today's video is sponsored by the game Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is the best mobile RPG game available, with badass champions, great boss battles, and a huge community that counts millions of players. And they have just introduced an entirely new playable faction, the Shadowkin. Use my links down below to download Raid yourself to your mobile phone or PC. As you can see, the Shadowkins are inspired by the mythos of medieval Japan, along with loads of Eastern Asian influences. They've got nimble ninjas, ominous oni, sharp samurai, and a whole range of mythical badasses. Are they good? Are they bad? Why have they returned? And why now? So guys, get ready to meet the new arrivals in the game. My favorite Shadowkin champion is Jintoro, an awesome-looking samurai with an insane-looking sword, like a lightsaber crossed with a katana. He's sure to do a lot of damage. I personally love playing dungeons. I guarantee you it is so satisfying to take out a dungeon boss, and it's a good way to level up in this game as well. This month, Raid is releasing a huge amount of new content and new things to do, such as 11 amazing new champions and almost 200 brand new missions to complete, with an exclusive legendary champion reward if you get to finish them all. And just in 1 month, they're adding 5 new levels to almost every single dungeon in the game. So guys, you can use my links below so you can summon or gather awesome champions as soon as you get in-game. It's so easy. Just click the link in the description and I'll see you in the game. And now, back to the video, guys. Zabuza is a man whose reputation precedes him. He excelled even upon the harsh trainings of the Mist Village and was famed around the world as the Demon of the Hidden Mist. Zabuza showed great skill in water release techniques throughout his time in the series. He used several of such jutsu, such as the water clone technique, water prison technique, the great waterfall technique, the water bullet technique, as well as the water drag. Zabuza's favorite killing technique, the hiding in mist technique, gained notoriety around the world as he would kill his opponent with the silent killing after covering the battleground with thick mist and blinding their vision. Kakashi is more known for his Sharingan than his proficiency with the water release, but make no mistake, the Copy Ninja, a man that specializes in replicating his opponent's jutsus, is also quite good at the water style. He has been shown to utilize various water releases such as the water bullet technique, water clone technique, water formation wall technique, water dragon bullet technique, water shark bullet technique, as well as the great waterfall technique. In his battle against Zabuza, he copied several of Zabuza's water techniques, using them against the Kiri Rogue Ninja. Suigetsu Hozuki, the younger brother of Mangetsu Hozuki, is a Kirigakure shinobi, well-versed in the water release arts. Along with his brother, he is hailed as the second coming of the demon, as they were said to be the incarnation of Zabuza. Suigetsu was experimented on by Orochimaru due to his water abilities, and he has been shown to be highly competent in battle with water release techniques, such as the water clone technique, hydrification technique, water gun technique, two guns technique, water hail technique, and the water blob technique. Suigetsu is a master of his clan's secret technique, which allows him to liquefy and solidify his body as he pleases. This technique has been shown to save him from death several times in the series, as he liquefies his body to prevent damage when his opponent is about to land a hit. His ability to liquefy his body also aids him in manipulating certain parts of his body, as he was shown to increase his limbs, which will increase his strength for taijutsu. Chijuro was a member of his generation's 7 ninja swordsmen of the mist and is now the 6th Mizukage. Like most other Kiri shinobis, he is very skilled in the water release techniques and can also use the silent killing. Chojuro has been shown to use the great waterfall technique as well as the water release, water spikes technique. Chojuro has been shown to swiftly attack an opponent with an underground water body, as was seen in his fight against Urashiki. As a master swordsman, if he's without his blade, he can also produce a blade of water to aid him in his kenjutsu battles. Moving on, we have Yagura, the 4th Mizukage and the Jinchuriki of the Three Tails, and the first and only Jinchuriki on this list. Having a high affinity for water release, the 4th Mizukage has shown mastery of various water-based techniques, such as the water mirror technique. Yagura carried a long weapon, and combining it with his water release, he was able to perform the water release technique that ensured he could repel any attack, as the mirror caused the reflection of the attack to collide with the opponent's jutsu, turning it to water. The gorgeous Mei Terumi replaced Yagura, succeeding him as the 5th Mizukage. She is a well-skilled shinobi, competent in battle and highly proficient in water release. Her water arsenal includes the water bullet technique, the water dragon bullet technique, hiding in mist technique, as well as the water formation pillar technique, a defensive water technique that she used in her battle against Madara. Mei Terumi used the water formation pillar to protect herself and extinguish Madara's great fire destruction technique, a technique that would warrant multiple water release users to repel it. After surpassing Orochimaru and declaring himself a Dragon Sage, Kabuto Yakushi became one of the strongest people in the world. Kabuto is adept at water-based techniques, as he can use water release techniques without a nearby water source. He has been shown to attack with water dragons and water projectiles, and can perform the Great Waterfall technique, water bullet technique, as well as the water dragon bullet technique. After becoming a sage and studying the Hozuki clan's hydrification technique, Kabuto was able to use the body fluid shedding technique, which enables him to liquefy his body and the snakes he controls. He used this technique in his fight against the Uchiha brothers during the 4th Shinobi War. Mangetsu Hozuki is the 2nd Mizukage, famed for battling his mortal enemy, the 2nd Tsuchikage, to their death. As a member of the Hozuki clan, he is well versed in several water release techniques, and is a master of his clan's special hydrification technique that allows him to liquefy or solidify his body at will, as was shown when he escaped from Gaara's sand trap. Mangetsu is able to shoot dangerous water bullets from his finger, powerful enough to pierce through a sand clone. He can also use a water bubble to violently attack multiple enemies, as was seen in his fight with the 4th Division during the 4th Shinobi War. Mangetsu possesses unique water in his body, which is a mixture of oil and water. When he is about to be sealed, he used this strange water to crumble the sand around the seal. He also uses it to perform the Steaming Danger Tyranny technique that creates hail and results in an unending series of explosions. The 2nd Mizukage is also capable of summoning a clam that produces a mist that enables him to create a powerful genjutsu. Tobirama is the 2nd Hokage and the younger brother of Hashirama Senju. He is a master user of water release techniques and can produce large-scale water attacks without a nearby source of water. Tobirama can manipulate water to any form, increasing its impact by forming it into needle-like objects. He can shoot powerful streams of water out of his mouth, and can also use the high-impact water bullet technique. He is also capable of turning an entire battlefield into water, drowning his opponents. Tobirama's proficiency in water release saw him use a lot of techniques such as the water dragon bullet technique, water colliding waves technique, water fang bullet, water formation wall, as well as the water severing wave technique. Tobirama used the latter to cut through the roots of the god tree. Oshigaki Kisame goes by several names: the Tailor's Tail Beast, the Monster of the Mist, the Scourge of the Hidden Mist, but whatever you call him, one thing is clear: Kisame is a beast. In Kisame's arsenal were several techniques such as the Water Bullet technique, Water Shark Bullet technique, Great Shark Water Bullet technique, Water Prison technique, Water Prison Shark Dance technique, 1,000 Feeding Shark technique, 4 Sharks Rain technique, Exploding Water Colliding Wave technique, 5 Feeding Shark technique, and the Great Exploding Water Colliding Wave technique. He could also perform the Water Clone technique and summon even sharks. After fusing with Samihada, Kisame possessed gills that enabled him to breathe underwater. He could force opponents to battle him underwater by creating water domes around himself. His water dome was strong enough to trap the Jinchuriki of the 8 Tails. In his battle against Guy, he altered the landscape, turning the battlefield into water, and he also used the Great Shark Bullet technique, which grows stronger when used against any chakra-based attack. So guys, what do you think about this list? Feel free to comment your personal top 10 in the section below, and subscribe as always for upcoming videos. I will see you soon. This is AnimeScale out. Bye!